Hello, 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 everybody, and thank you for tuning in to the December 15th. Yes, we're almost done with this year. The December 15th edition of HorrorBuzz Live. We have a big show tonight. We have a lot of fun things to talk about. If you're not following us on social, we are on Facebook, Twitter, Insta, and also like and subscribe this video if you're watching us on YouTube, or chat with us on YouTube or on Facebook right now. We can see the comments and we'd love to hear from you. We are going to jump right into this business with none other than Lindsay. Hey,
Hey,
Lindsay, how you been this week?
I have been filled with Christmas spirit, waiting in lines, people not social distancing. It's the best time of year.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Yeah.
We have a lot of movies and things to talk about that we reviewed that showed up on the site this week. So why don't we get to it?
Let's do it to it. There was a ton.
Yeah, there were actually, it's so weird because you don't think, oh, there's all these movies coming up, but there are so many great indie films that have been able to shine during this pandemic that it's just mind-boggling. There's so much. First one is Trail of Ashes. Adrienne reviewed that and she gave it like 6.5 out of 10. It's kind of a medieval fantasy film, but the one that I really want to talk about is the one you reviewed, Killer Pinata.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So obviously with a name like Killer Pinata, you kind of know what you're going to get. And going into this, I was unsure because sometimes movies like this that are wild just for the sake of being wild, I'm like, this movie is so low budget, but it's perfect. It has it all. These guys, the cinematography, if no reason other than if the cinematography, you should watch this film because they take the piñata and they animate it, but it's all with the cinematography. That's pretty incredible for a low budget film. Seriously, the shots, it brings the piñata to life, and you forget that it's not this like CGI animatronic. And my favorite part, and I'm not going to give too much away, but they're very self-aware. They know it's about a piñata that craps toxic candy and it like stands on people and makes them puppets. But they take this montage, this building montage, it's kind of homage to the like 70s and 80s, people taking these ridiculous things and making weapons, and they just go so extreme with it. And this like really self-aware meta humor, I'm always a really big fan of. And I was like crying, I was laughing so hard. So this is a movie that is just such a good example of, people make excuses. They say, oh, I can't make a good film because I don't have such and such equipment, or I don't have this and that. You can make a kick-ass film with a stupid piñata, a handful of candy, and a good idea. And these guys, they proved that with Killer Pinata.
That's awesome. There's another movie that is coming up, and I think I touched on it last week. I can't remember, but Letters to Satan Claus. I know, but it's a movie that is coming out on Sci-Fi the 19th. And I'm just going to come out to everybody right now. I love the horrible Hallmark movies that are so stupid and so mind-numbing. Like they're horrible. They're just the worst. But they're also good because they kind of know they're terrible. Okay, so that being said, this is kind of like an homage to those movies where a little girl writes a letter to Santa Claus because she's upset with her parents. And, well, you know what? I think I'm going to show the trailer. Okay?
Do it, because I haven't seen this and I need to know what this is about. Okay, I need to know right now.
Reporter Holly Frost is finally going home for Christmas. And a special someone from her past,
it's Satan. Happy holidays!
Is back to wreck the halls. One little letter.
When I was 7, I wrote Satan by mistake.
Will lead to one hell of a holiday.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Letters to Satan Claus, only on Sci-Fi.
It's hilarious. And
It's literally modeled like a Hallmark movie.
oh god, everything looks like and sounds like a Hallmark movie, except there's like these crazy kills and stuff like that. And there's a wonderful little gay subplot in it, so very cool. So the next one that I wanted to talk about was My Summer Is Goth.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I feel like everything I say, I'm allowed to say because I watched it with my sister and she's very, very goth. So I feel like I get a pass here. So it's a little cheesy. I think it's designed for a younger audience, right? You think of like a Disney Channel original film or something like that. The characters are very simple. The villain is simple. The parents are kind of dumb, that kind of setup. But the story is so endearing, and this like coming of age story, but told in a, I don't want to say fringy because goth isn't really fringe. It's very entrenched in our culture, but told from another perspective. It was really awesome. And like they nailed, and I know this because I said my sister is very goth. They nailed a lot of the elements, the dance style, a lot of the clothing styles. I mean, it's a little hyperbolic, but they capture that essence and how a lot of them, I guess the attitude of what it means to be a goth and how you view the world, they capture that. So it's a really sweet story. It's, if you like a little cheese, I think it's a better Hallmark movie. So if you're in the mood for something that's better than a Hallmark movie.
And trust me, there's a lot out there.
Yeah, except after you're going to be like binging The Cure and like Bauhaus on repeat, and you're going to start doing your eyeliner a little thicker after you watch it.
And then you also saw another film called Thirst.
Yes, I did. And I was not sure how I was going to feel about this movie. Vampire movies for me are a little bit touch and go. But this one, I quite enjoyed. I would recommend this one. It's an Icelandic film, so it's subtitles, but the acting is really great. The guy that plays the main vampire, he's this like really kind of weird, creepy guy, but he's like, you want to be his friend, but you're like, also, you don't want to be his friend. I don't know. And it's very phallic. So if that's going to bother you, there's a lot of phallic destruction. I don't know how else to say it nicely.
Well, I don't know that I would call that phallic. It's kind of...
It's just... I don't know. There's a lot of... I want to say things that I can't say. But it's great. The acting in it is really good. It mostly follows two actors, and they kind of really anchor the film. I would say that the supporting characters are... but the main characters hold it down, and it is a really cool story. And at the end of the day, despite all the blood and the phallic ripping, it is about friendship.
Hi, everybody. It's the Phallic Ripping Show. Oh my God. Okay. Now, you know what? Let's bring on... So those are some of the highlights of the films that we've reviewed this week, and in the discussion in the thread there, put the links and check them out. And yeah, we're also doing a bit of redesigning on the site, so forgive me if things don't look exactly perfect. We're getting there, but let's bring on our very first guest, one of my dearest friends, kind of like a little sister to me, Chloe Noelle. Chloe, how are you?
Chloe! Hi, I am good. I will be honest, even though Christmas is fun, I am missing Halloween so much. As you can tell, I'm of course, I mean, who isn't? Halloween is the best, and it is a little hard to say goodbye. And so that's why I decided you don't have to say goodbye to Halloween just because it is Christmas. I think that, Halloween and Christmas should come together and coexist at the same time. And so I wanted to show you guys a few creepy Christmas that you can do during the holiday season. Obviously, we're all supposed to be staying home. So now you have more time for, of course, crafts. So first up, I wanted to talk about something that is so important to Christmas, which is the Christmas tree. And this is my super spooky Christmas tree. And as you can see here, it is completely decked out. I got a black Christmas tree, which is surprisingly pretty easy to find. You can find them online. They're really popular now. And I actually got this little tree from the Dollar Tree. I just spray painted it black, added some lights, added some Halloween ornaments that I just had laying around my house because I'm a crazy person and I have so much Halloween stuff just laying around that I just threw this little thing together. And I thought that this is great if you just want to fully commit and have a spooky Christmas, but not everybody wants to do that. And I understand, you want to have spooky, but you also want to have a nice Christmas tree, but maybe you want just a little element of
Okay,
spooky,
but like you're
which
wrong if
is,
you don't want it.
I mean,
What I'm
I
saying.
didn't want to say it, but you know. So actually what I did here is if you just flip this around, boom, it is a whole new tree, and I thought that this is nice, more of like a goth tree, you could say, because it is black and red, so you still have that red Christmas color, and it still is Christmassy. You got poinsettias and like little holly berries and pretty Christmas garland, but it is still the black tree, so it's a little bit spooky, but it's still classy and elegant. Maybe you have people living with you that aren't as passionate about Halloween as you are, which, maybe you have to move out, but, I get it. It's Corona, it's a different time. And then if you just want to have a normal tree, but you still want to incorporate some spooky elements, I made these super cute little
Oh
snowflakes,
my
these
gosh.
little snowflake ornaments, and I just printed out some vintage Halloween stickers or images, and I oops, all right. I just stuck them right on, and I think that is a super cute way to have a little bit of Halloween and a little bit of Christmas too. And then I think that something else that is so important about Christmas, is making a gingerbread house. Because I love gingerbread houses. They're so much fun to make, but why make a normal gingerbread house when it can be, of course, spooky and Halloween themed? I love making haunted gingerbread houses, and it's really easy to do because they really give you all the parts. You have the icing, you have the candy. You can use all the green, orange, and purple candies. You can even get some of your own. Like I have here, I have some green, orange, and purple Skittles, and then you can also get candy corn and the little pumpkin ones, and they can have pumpkins in their yard. If you want to take it a step further, you can even make your own gingerbread cookies and make them be little skeletons or little zombies, which is what I do every year.
Where did you get the little pumpkins? Are they still selling those, or
I think you can get them off Amazon. I actually hit up the clearance Halloween, and
like
just
like a good
got
kid does?
some.
Yep.
Exactly. But no, I'm pretty sure they're available on Amazon, and they might even be selling them year round. I feel like I've still seen candy corn in the store lately, which is good.
You
A
can get
good
like
thing.
the little bags like in the candy
Hmm.
section, but
Yeah.
it's not the same.
It's not the
Also,
same.
big fan of candy corn here. So
Yes, me
right,
too.
exactly. What else you
That's
got?
great.
This is beautiful. I love how you did the little two-sided thing with the tree.
Yeah,
It's
that
really
was
neat.
super fun. And I'm not saying you have to do a two-sided tree, but if you want to, it could be half Halloween, half Christmas.
Oh, look
Just
at
a
Pete.
thought.
First of all, Pete says hello.
Oh,
Pete
hello,
Overstreet,
Pete.
and he just supplied everybody with a link to the Brock's Mellow Cream Pumpkins. So there you go.
Thank you. There you go. There you have it. Order your pumpkins. Get decorating. I love making spooky gingerbread houses because it feels like, even though we don't have it this year, the Nightmare Before Christmas. Well, I say Nightmare Before Christmas, but the Haunted Mansion does their huge gingerbread house in the dining hall, and I love it every single year. And this year, Disneyland is unfortunately closed, or maybe it's not. It might be open. It might be closed. Who knows? I don't know what's happening anymore.
No, it's
But
definitely the park is definitely closed.
yeah, okay, all right. I felt like for a little bit they like opened up. I'm not sure, but it is closed. So you can make your own Haunted Mansion gingerbread spooky house.
Oh my gosh, look at you. I mean, and I love how you took all the
Thank
stuff
you.
and you can find so many cool things at the dollar store. Like cheap
You
stuff.
really can.
Oh.
You really can. And after Halloween sales is where I get 90% of this is from either clearance Halloween Michaels, which is fantastic, or the Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
And it is great.
Yeah, and you buy the stuff that isn't dated. You know, you make sure it's like classic stuff.
Classic stuff. And then you can have it for years.
Yeah. Well, listen, Chloe, can you tell everybody where to find you?
Yes, I actually make a lot of spooky videos on my YouTube channel, Chloe IRL. So go subscribe. I usually do between 30 to 60 days of Halloween videos leading up to the big day called my Halloween Spooktacular. And I have more DIY crafts like this, but I mainly go and I visit like haunted attractions or cover different spooky Halloween events that are going on. And it's a really fun time. I make a bunch of super fun videos about what's going on in my life. So definitely be sure to go check out my YouTube channel, Chloe IRL. And you can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Chloe, oh my gosh, Chloe Noelle 910. I was like, what is it again? But yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
And yeah, keep it spooky, kiddo.
I will. Stay spooky, everybody. Have a good day.
All right, bye. Oops, did I cut her off? I'm sorry, I'm still getting used to this. Okay, well, yeah, Chloe, I love that kid. She's really grown up to be somebody terribly spooky and fun. We are actually going to be. Oh, you know what? Also, we are always looking for people to join the HorrorBuzz team. We definitely need help in reviewing video games and books and television shows, TV series. So if you're interested, I'm going to make sure to post that little link right there. But right now, what we're going to do is jump back on with Lindsay, and we are going to talk about some of the events coming up that you might be able to enjoy.
Yes, and for all my cinephiles out there, there is a lot of movies coming out this week, and it was hard to whittle it down, but we've come up with a small list here for you guys, or small, I should say. So coming out today, we have The Call, and that stars some horror icons. We have Lynn Shay from Insidious and Tobin Bell from Saw, and they play a sinister couple who ends up harassing a group of friends, and they have to make one call to the other side. And revenge will be the topic of conversation. So if that interests you, that's on pay video, on demand, and DVD today. And we also have Breaking Surface. This one's a survival story. It's two sisters, and it takes place right around Christmas, so it's very topical. And they go on a dive, and a fjord collapses, and a sister is trapped under it, underwater.
That's
so
like
that comes out
Frozen,
today.
but bad.
Yeah, this is like the Frozen that we all deserve, okay? Because I'm not a Frozen fan. I let go of Frozen a long time ago. I'm not a Frozen person. And this is actually also streaming on the Frida Cinema's website. They've been streaming this since the beginning of December, and they're going to run it until January. So if you want to support a local cinema, go to the Frida Cinema's website and stream it there. And we also... Yes, FridaCinema.com. And on Thursday, we have Stephen King's book, The Stand, which is incredible, is getting a short series adaptation on CBS All Access. So if you have CBS All Access, you'll be able to stream this on Thursday. Has a bunch of really good casts. There's Greg Kinnear, Alexander Skarsgård, James Marsden. That's on Thursday. Friday, we have Hunter x Hunter, and it stars Devon Sawa, and it's about Hunter trying to protect his family from a rogue wolf, and that comes out video on demand on Friday. We also have Saturday.
We actually can I show the trailer for Hunter x Hunter?
Please do, because it looks good.
Okay, ready? Here we go.
This is a hard life. You chose it, and it suits you. I chose it when I chose you. Renee never had a choice.
What do you do if you see something?
Don't run. The wolf is back. Ate a raccoon and left the paw.
This isn't a normal wolf.
It's just a hungry wolf looking for an easy meal. I will catch it.
What is that?
It's a ring.
The wolf ate a ring?
Maybe it's attached to something that tasted good.
What, like a finger?
Where did she say she found this?
Out in the woods.
Hello!
Jesus.
There's a killer out there.
My advice is to move your family to the woods.
Get behind me!
What if we can't make it out before the freaks?
We don't run from our troubles.
You heard it, right?
We don't get a lot of people out here.
That's what makes it so special. Nothing pushes us out of our home.
I'm worried about Dad.
Renee says she heard a gunshot.
We've got a blood trail. Your husband wanted to catch a wolf. Is that what he told you?
Stay in this room until I come get you. Say you understand! I understand!
Want to snag a wolf? You gotta out-wolf him.
Right? It looks so good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Survival. I love survival. I'm a sucker for those. So have Hunter x Hunter, and if Saturdays are for the boys, then Fridays are for the aliens, because we have 2 alien films coming out on Friday. We have the 3rd installment of the Skyline Saga series. So Skylines, that's the 3rd film, and it's about the conclusion of an alien invasion. So if that interests you, that's going to be streaming video on demand this Friday. And do you want to see Bruce Willis fight some aliens in space? If you do, then you got to check out The Breach. That's going to be a sci-fi thriller taking place in space, and it's going to be available on demand this Friday as well. And my favorite that I'm most excited about coming out this week is a Creepshow holiday special. So that's exclusively on Shudder. Yes, all my Creepshow fans, I hope you are jumping for joy. Christmas came early, and it's coming on December 18th. It's about a guy, and he thinks he's a serial killer, or that he might be, so he joins a very strangely specific support group. And it stars very funny Anna Camp and Adam Pally, and it's directed by Greg Nicotero. It's an hour long. And that's it, you guys. Merry Creepmas to all, and to all a good fright. That's it for movies. So for events, I wanted to make a recommendation that was different than what I've recommended in weeks past. So if you want to make spirits merry and bright this holiday season, then you invite one into your home for a live Zoom visitation. So it's called Doom, Gloom, and Zoom, with the ghost of Jacob Marley, presented by Zombie Joe's Underground Theater Group. It's a 22-minute up close and personal, so every experience is personalized experience with that penny pinching phantom himself. And it runs from December 16th to 30th. It's at 7 p.m., so every performance is at 7. And tickets are only $25 per person / household. So what better way to get into the Christmas spirit? So I know we have that. And then the event that I know we both really want to talk about is way different and way awesome. It's a VR experience.
Oh my gosh,
And,
you know what? And I think, wait a minute, what is that I hear on the roof? Is that Santa? No, it's Brian and Deirdre.
Is it not? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, Santa. I'm kind of looking like Santa. if I go gray.
Oh my gosh, you guys, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. You want to talk to us about this project that you guys have going on?
I guess we might as well. I'm Brian. I'm an occasional writer for HorrorBuzz. You may have seen me at the Screaming Room short film festival we do at the Long Beach Convention Center every year when there's not a massive pandemic that is just all over the globe, as we are. I'm back. All right. Sorry. Some issues. I have occasional issues. I have issues all the time, but I have occasional audio issues. So yeah, I am the creator, and I star as Krampus in Krampusnacht. I apologize to any of our German viewers. That's as good as I'm going to do. It is a 40 to 50 minute long VR immersive theater experience for up to 6 people in a group, no more than 6 people in a group, with 5 actors, so a really good ratio of audience members to actors. It tells the story and origins of Krampus as we envision them, as we've imagined them. And there's some scares, there's some thrills, there's some drama. We try to cover a little bit of everything, and a lot of interaction for immersive fans. You get to interact with Krampus, and you get to interact with our various actors at various points. And it's inside of VR chat, which is occasionally a bit of a dodgy platform, but don't worry, it's private. We don't let in the riffraff, so we just have our guests in there. And it's a wonderful platform. It's available on every major VR platform. It is also accessible to computers, though we do find that VR is the way to experience it if you have access to that. And we also have Deirdre here, who is one of our actors in the show as well.
Yes, hello, hi. Well, I'm not the only actor in the show because I was going to let y'all in a little secret because Brian here is the only person who could ever play Krampus. So he will be our Krampus in Krampusnacht. And yes, he's right. Apparently, if you say it as Nacht, it's naked, and you have to say it Nacht, like you're spitting up a hairball. And yeah, Krampus Naked is not a show that VR Chat would let us have on the platform, so we are not doing that. Now, some people are like, okay, so what? Wait, what is this thing? You're like, what is this crazy thing? So let me just walk you through. You get a headset like an Oculus, or maybe you have like a Steam version, like one of the HTCs or one of those other ones. And you put it on your head and you go to VR Chat. And then you send a friend request to our lovely festive tours, and you find yourself in this magical world in the Alps. Like you're going to go on a little vacation to ski, to see the shops and what have you. And so you're in this sort of beautiful area, and you think you're going to have a lot of fun. And you end up getting derailed on an adventure with the darkness of Krampus and the lightness of, well, of course, St. Nick. So it's a little bit of a morality tale going on there. It is, yes, Krampusnacht, as you can see here. So yeah, we started thinking about doing theater in virtual reality because it's an amazing platform to do immersive theater in it, and I don't know, there's not a lot of people doing it. There's some companies out there doing it, and we were inspired by one of them. I was in Finding Pandora X, which was at the Venice Film Festival, and it won Best Immersive Experience there, and I was so excited and honored to be a part of such an incredible thing. And funny enough, because I was doing the Underpresents and the Underpresents Tempest, which are also VR theater pieces, I'd been in touch with Brian a lot, and I invited him and a couple other people from the Underpresents to come and see Finding Pandora X. And Brian said, this is really cool. I actually think I would like to do sort of a Halloween haunt because there isn't much going on this year, as we all know. And we did Para, which we put up in VR Chat. And that was sort of a smaller, like, oh, how much should we do? Okay, let's just do like a 10-minute, which turned into a 20-minute little piece. But it worked. We were like, okay, this works. And so it was coming up on Christmas. And if anyone knows Brian's alter ego, it is Krampus. So I kind of had to do it. We kind of had to do the Krampusnacht. So that's how we ended up here. And we open up with previews on the 18th. We do shows Saturday night and Sunday afternoons for the next 2 weekends. And if it gets really popular, oh my God, we may have to add shows.
Well, yeah, that's amazing. And tell people where to grab. You know, I will share the. I think I did. I think I shared the link. Yeah, but
yeah,
tell people how to get tickets and.
The link is Krampusnacht VR. That's KRAMPUSNACHT VR.com. You may have to refresh the page a couple times. We have some issues with our redirect to our ticket lead page. And there's the direct link to the ticket lead page. If you go there, you won't have any problems. So maybe you want to go there directly. But yeah, that's how you get tickets. They're $20 for a 40 to 50 minute show. Like I said, 5 actors in the show, so a very good dollar to actor ratio. The Under Presents Tempest, wonderful show, but that was $15 for a single actor. So this is 5 times as good, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Brian the salesman. You know, he actually does a very good Robert Redford. You should ask him to do that for you sometime. But yes, so we have crafts from Chloe. We have a slew of great movies. We have Krampusnacht. I'm gonna ruin it. I'm sorry. I'm terrible. God. Anyway, so there's despite the pandemic and despite all of that stuff, we have plenty going on, and yeah, we need to be supporting our indie theater and all of that business. So get out there and buy it.
Yes, and support us too, but also support the Frida.
Yes, and the Frida.
Support everyone.
Yep. Just get out there and spend. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, again, thank you, Deirdre and Brian. Thank you for coming on, and feel free to come back anytime. Talk to us about anything that you're doing. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Hugs. We have to do drinks. We have to do virtual drinks again, Deirdre.
Yes.
Yes, that was fun. All right. Bye, you guys. Have a good one.
Bye.
All right. Adios. Well, that's our show. It went by so fast. But before we go, I wanted to say, hey, Gary, you're so sweet. Pete, thank you for tuning in. Gigi, Damon, Gabby, I'm sorry. I'm horrible. It's my first day reading. What's I don't know how to pronounce it, but the last name's Gabby, so hi. And yeah, so that's it. Alan, Danny, everybody, thank you so much for popping in and saying hello. Yeah. So what do you think, Lindsay? Are we gonna make it another week? Oh shoot. Not with you muted. We're not. That was me. That was my fault.
Well, good thing I was just talking about you, so
it was all
good.
Horrible.
I'm gonna write to Satan Claus and tell him.
Okay, good. Yeah, you guys got to watch that movie. It's hilarious. It was so funny. All right, kids, this is us tuning out, and please, please, please stay safe. Wear your masks, and to all of our front of the line workers and essential workers, thank you so much for keeping things going. We're gonna get through this. Okay, so everybody, stay safe, be good, and we'll see you in the fog.